I'm Tom Baker, this is Chasing Cars, and today I'm driving a very interesting new car. This long and low saloon next to me is Volvo's new flagship, the S90. Like the XC90 SUV on which the S90 is based, Volvo are really benefiting from a new approach to designing and engineering their cars. And as such, I think they're building some of the coolest new metal on the road. And everybody that's seen and been in this muscle blue S90 this week has tended to agree. It's totally unique and really different to its competitors, namely the Mercedes-Benz E-Class and the Jaguar XF. However, given this one costs more than $100,000 on the road, the S90 is going to need more than just good looks outside to compete. So hop in with me now and let's see what life is like in the S90's cabin. If you're a subscriber to Chasing Cars, you'll recognise a number of the themes in here from the XC90 SUV, including this large slate-like display in the middle here for the navigation and audio that works really well. However, what I love is that they didn't just stop with the successful XC90 cabin. Instead, Volvo have added a number of unique touches to the S90 which work even better. So the first of those is this sharply raked dash, which is also stitched in leather. It's a bit unusual, but what it does is it makes you feel deeply ensconced in this car. It's luxurious, sporty, and cosseting all at the same time, and you can get this beautiful inlay in either a metal or a wood, depending on your taste. The seats help as well. They're pretty much the most comfortable seats I've ever found in a car. They've got a really good range of adjustment, they've got great bolstering, and they're also covered in the most soft and supple Nappa leather as well. They're great for long country miles. Fit and finish in this car is also superb. Everything feels like it's been put together incredibly well, even better than a number of top German marques. Plus, this particular car is kitted out with the $4,500 Bowers & Wilkins premium stereo. Usually I don't recommend going for an upgraded stereo, but I'm going to change my tune on this one because it is absolutely epic and it's worth the money if you can spare the extra cash. Like the XC90, it is practical in here, so you get a long tray in the center console and a small cubby in front of the shifter. You get a decent sized central box and good sized door bins as well. Although very few Australian buyers of this car will be chauffeured, the S90 is really designed for the Chinese market where it's a car to be driven in. As such, the back seat is enormous and enormously comfortable. You can see that for me at 6 foot, I've got good headroom despite the sloping coupe roofline, and I've got excellent legroom and really good toe room sitting behind myself here. Plus, the seats have got some cool features. Firstly is the shape, so they're modelled on the front seats, which makes them really comfortable for long distance road trips. There is this flip down armrest here with cup holders and a little tray for phones in the middle. You get these standard blinds as well, plus there's okay sized door bins there for a water bottle, and you get your own air conditioning console back here as well. This S90 Inscription has an electric tailgate as standard, which I always have a bit of a giggle at on a sedan. But once that's open, you'll see that it's got an absolutely huge boot. So there's actually about 500 litres back there, although it looks like more. And it's a really good square shape, which makes it easy to put things in and out. Plus, this is a low car, so you don't have to lift your suitcases very far. There are a couple of hooks back there for shopping bags and a small net for putting delicate items in as well. If you need more room, you can actually drop those back seats to create a really long load bay. But this car will soon be available as a V90 station wagon, which is a return to the really large traditional Volvo estate car. And to be honest with you, that's the one that I'm really looking forward to. So what's the S90 like to drive? Well, it's refined, comfortable, quiet and capable no matter which engine you go for. As I mentioned before, the engine lineup is pretty simple. They're all 2-litre 4-cylinders for a start. The 2 petrols are pretty quick and the 2 diesels are very efficient. But I should say most people will be absolutely fine to choose one of the less expensive front-wheel drive versions of these engines. However, if you do a lot of country miles, I'm sure you'll really appreciate this all-wheel drive and really effortless 173 kilowatt, 480 Newton meter D5 diesel. It's just such a great cruiser. And it's surprisingly economical as well. So with 2 of my friends, I managed to get about 5.5 litres per 100 kilometres in the country and about 8 litres per 100 kilometres in the city. Not bad at all for such a large car. There's only one transmission and it's a smooth shifting 8-speed torque converter automatic. You can get optional paddles, however, this is a gearbox that's really best left to its own devices anyway. Some outlets have said that the S90 isn't much of a corner carver, but respectfully, I disagree. Particularly if you go for one of the all-wheel drive models, the S90 is pretty happy to be hustled down a B road, and it has really nice, natural and well-weighted steering that, to be honest, I found pretty enjoyable to drive. And I found it pretty relaxing to drive as well because the ride quality is good. The S90 is on traditional springs at the front and air suspension at the rear, which is pretty unusual, but it does a good job at ironing out most of the jitters. However, air at all four corners would have been even better. The S90 has just received one of Euro NCAP's highest ever crash test scores, and it is packed with partially autonomous assistance features. So you get adaptive cruise control with traffic jam assist, you get steering assist, but these things really are just assistance. The car is getting to the point where it can almost be left to its own devices, but when you do, it's still some way off the natural feel of a human driver. The large luxury sedan market isn't a big one in Australia, but that's not really the point here. Sure, the S90 is very good, even better perhaps than the Germans in this space, but the point is that the S90 shows Volvo's revival wasn't just a one-hit wonder with the XC90. Instead, they're churning out good car after good car, and that bodes well for mainstream models like the new XC60 coming later this year. Volvo is a brand with its foot hard on the accelerator. If I was a rival, I'd be watching out.